loved one that used to be in the mat wars, but when you get 55 years old and arthritis and whatever else, it's a little bit hard to fend for yourself sometimes when you start whacking it at young athletes that are in shape. And so when they attacked my dad, broke Jagger's arm, it was something that hit pretty close to home. And then when they attacked Dickie and I went to the same college at different times together, and second generation, and the roots go back and back and back. And then that barbed wire match, which you were in Hemisphere Arena and saw, who in the world wants to wrestle with barbed wire all over the ring, bring anything into the ring, that you can. And I won the match and proved who was a better man. But then when the thing's over, and I do have a cracked wrist that I have to wear a protective covering over it when I do wrestle, and Dick came in the ring and helped me. But the reason I carry this big strap around, I don't know, it may go back to the past when the penal colony, when the guards were whipping everybody, but iron bars, poles, anything doesn't hurt these guys, but they do run a little bit when they hear this belt coming.
Well, Dick, you showed up at Southwest Championship Wrestling right in about the middle of this feud.
Well, when I first come to Southwest Championship Wrestling, Steve, I didn't know exactly what was going on because, like I say, all the people out there probably seen me in Atlanta, Georgia on the Superstation, WTBS for a long time. And then I went overseas and I come back and I got a call. That's if I'd like to come down to Southwest Championship Wrestling. I've always wanted to come down here because no matter where you're at, no matter if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, or you're in Los Angeles or Minneapolis, Minnesota, or you're in New York at Madison Square Garden, the name Southwest Championship Wrestling always comes up and it always rings a bell because all those big places knows that Southwest Championship Wrestling draws per capita the biggest crowds there are around today. And by golly, when I got that call to come down here and perform and wrestle in front of all these people, I packed my suitcase, got on my old pickup truck, got my old red man chewing the back out, and I got my broke leg dog in the back end of it, and I headed south. I come from Amarillo down here to San Antonio, Weslaco, Odessa, Austin, Waco, you name it. And I have never been happier in my life to come down here, and I also have never been happier to associate with Tully again and try to help him and get rid of these varmints.
I know you're going to have another chance to get rid of those sheepherders.
Well, we sure are. Tully and myself are, I think we're a capable tag team combination. I've been around a little while, and I know a lot of tricks, and if they want to get down in the mud and the blood and the beer and get ugly and start biting and gouging and, and get a little underhanded tactics, I was a United States Marine Corps veteran, and let me tell you something, they train you how to win. They don't train you how to surrender or run. And I'll guarantee you what, we're not going to do any running. Tully and myself are going to do the fighting, and we're dang sure going to try to win.
Tully, where's it all going to end?
Well, Steve, I don't know. I've come up here and said I was going to retire from wrestling, and then I've come up here and talked about TCB, and that's exactly what I intend to do. Those two things. TCB, take care of business, and then I'm going to retire. And taking care of business to me right now is getting rid of the Sheepherders. And that's the number one thing on my life, and then I can worry about living the rest of my life.
Thank you very much. Tully Blanchard.